Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Jade Cocoon. I'm your host CPC Gamer, and before we begin today's episode, I'm going to try a little experiment. This is the door to the Spider Forest, and at this point I have not been through this door in about 15 years, but I think that the music goes dun 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 dun. See, the Spider Forest is my favourite area in the game, and the soundtrack has stuck with me for as long as I have been playing it. I mean, listen to that! Listen to that happy jungle beat! And the design's brilliant as well. Everything about this forest has been done right. Like, look at it! It's a festival in here! Oh, hang on. Yeah! Nailed it! Seriously, I've not heard that music for over a decade, and it's stuck with me because it's just happy and cheerful and fun. And I didn't bring nobody with me, so I'm going to have to do my best. Yeah, Trish, you're up. Now I also remember that these dragons were the bane of my existence when I played this game in high school. Because if you fight and kill them by hand without summoning a minion, there is a chance that they randomly drop a sword called... I want to say Dragon Force, but I'm probably thinking of the band. Like Dragon Slayer... It's Dragon something. And basically, the sword is bigger than you are, and it has the single highest attack stat of any weapon in the game. And you'll really want to get that one if you can. And I first heard about it from my friend Chris, who introduced me to this game in the first place. And I thought he was lying, originally, because the internet hadn't been invented yet, so I couldn't go online and check the walkthrough. But it's true, you can get the best weapon in the game if the RNG likes you. And I'm just going to spoil this bit now, the RNG doesn't like you. So, I'm probably going to spend a bit of time grinding off camera to try and get the sword. And you know what? That is A-okay with me, because I get to hang out in the Spider Forest. Look at this black, blue, green, yellow setup. That is a CPC palette right there. Oh, by the way, my thumb slipped, I swear. Anyways, I fused Trish with those turtle things we found in the Dragonfly Forest, so now she is basically a dinosaur, which I think is a step up from armor-plated Armadillo. Is Armor Armadillo a Mega Man boss? Because I want to say yes. It sounds better than Boomer Kuwanga, whatever Kuwanga is supposed to be. Probably should have explained Trish's design while she was out in the field, but... what the hell, we have mechanics to talk about! Yes! I don't remember what kind of stats those dragons have, but... I'll be sure to let you guys know if I use them for something. Is this music again? Don't be surprised if there is no more commentary for the rest of this video, because I am too busy just grooving to the backing music. And it's even better because it just comes out of nowhere. You look at the music for Beetle and Dragonfly Forest, it's sinister, ambient, and tribal. Now it's a party! Oh hello, what's this now? I don't remember the music changing in the forest. It's weird because of all the areas in the game, the Spider Forest is the one that I remember most fondly because of its amazing audio-visual design. Ignore that I said that as I ran into a brick wall that looks like a pathway. Ooh, a tablet. Hi? Oh, I remember what I have to do. Yeah, I remember very vividly. This forest is huge and it's basically a maze. And now, I remember that you have to find 4 members of the forest tribe and give them each their special item. There's this one, the big brother, the mother, and the father. Don't remember what you have to do with any of them, just I'm pretty sure that's where this is going. And I also seem to remember that the whole family has a wacky voice actor, which I can kind of forgive in this instance, because you're basically Feral Bomberman. You're not gonna have a super cool, sophisticated, and sexy voice. Like mine. Oh, no! Dude, you know what she reminds me of? The Soot Sprites from Spirited Away. Like, I don't know if it's because the characters in this game were designed by Studio Ghibli, or if it's me reading too much into it because of their involvement, but yeah. I don't remember what else you have to do in this forest to help the spirits, but I'm pretty sure it's just handing over key items that you find in and around this forest. But I could be wrong. But who cares, so long as I have this amazing soundtrack, am I right? I'm gonna have to try and rip this and upload it separately at some point. That is not a sword, game. But that's alright, because it gives me something to use to drown my sorrows as I lament not having a sword. Although with that said, I'm gonna heal up Trish right now. I like that error message. It's like, nope, we ain't drinking that, bub. That is not for you. The minions can have that. Yeah, that was alright. And now, back to exploring the forest. I mentioned in the last video how the various forests in this game could be related to different forests throughout the world. So we had a European forest, a Malaysian one, and if so, this is Japan. Because I know that Japan has some bioluminescent mushrooms, and they have a lot of fireflies, so that could explain the base for all this funky lighting. Alright, now it is Trish time. And something I like about the monster design, especially with regards to Trish, she looks like she is spoiling for a fight, and she's kinda happy about it. I mean, given her stats, a tough bruiser that specializes in full-on assault, her expression really suits her. I mean, compare that to Nobody, who is sleek and streamlined, which suits his high speed stat and special attack moveset. Or Lynod, who's good at magic, and who looks a little more lithe and willowy. Incidentally, this guy's probably going to go towards boosting Lynod if I can get some stats or special moves out of it. Not too sure about the other one that I found. And now I look at him, I'm not entirely sure what the difference is between that guy and Arpatron, the guy I found at the start of the game. I mean, I'm sure it's something entirely new and reasonable that necessitates a new character entry. Wow, that was a lot of experience for a single fight. I'm not entirely sure what leveling up Levant actually does. It probably makes it easier to catch higher level minions if you're a higher level, but that's the explanation in my mind based on Pokemon. I think my commentary overran into the start of that fight, so now I have to keep quiet a bit before continuing on. Can I sneak past you to get that item on the side? Oh, no I can't, okay. Oh game, that is mean. I have this idea for an RPG where if you're within a certain percentage of leveling up at the end of a fight, the game just gives it to you. Like for example, if you need 2 more EXP to level up, the game just gives it to you, rather than making you go and fight a monster to gain 2,000, you know? Oh, hello. You're a new one. I'm pretty sure that this guy is the reason that... Yes! This guy is the reason I was a bit wary about using the names of my friends and subscribers for the minions. I didn't want to offend anybody by going, man, look at this big, ugly mantis guy. I'm gonna call it Ilana Ray. Or whatever. I mean, there's no malicious intent behind it, so I should be okay. And if not, I'll just tag out the names the next time I visit Mabu. And for some reason, I vividly remember these guys giving me a lot of hassle the first time I played the game. Can't remember why. I think it's the green ones, actually. Like, maybe the green ones can do one of the nastier status ailments without fail. I don't know. We'll see as we go through the forest, I reckon. I know it's going to be a pain in the ass to find something that looks good when you merge it with that thing. Because that body is not a fun one. It does not agree with a lot of the other in-game models. I'll see about catching the next one, or doing it off camera or something, seeing what we can do with it. And I'm going to refill Trish's MP again. One of the problems with her build is that she has no magic, so she has no mana. But with that said... Okay, well, I don't know where that guy came from, or why there were two of him, but look at that, we both leveled up. And Trish still didn't get enough mana. As I was saying, Trish is predominantly a physical attacker, which means that she has next to no mana. But she does have special attacks which require mana, so she can do precisely one special attack before running out of juice. But on the other hand, it's one shot they don't know you have, and that can be the most dangerous one of all. Aha! I have found another member of the Forest Clan. You can tell because of the slightly more upbeat music he's playing. And also this giant house. Why do you look like you aren't supposed to be here? Are you robbing things? I really like the aesthetics in this room. I only just noticed this. They've woven the luminous plant into the ceiling as artificial lighting. That is clever. And I don't remember picking up a tablet, but whatever, let's go. Game, why would you give me the option to hand over an item I don't have? Like, that is a really basic one to get right, too. You have an if-then-else that depends on the player having the item in their inventory. This has ruined the entire game, and the whole playthrough is cancelled. Not really, though, because if I did that, how can I listen to this amazing music? Like, around the time I played this game was the time I began working on the Leisure Suit Larry EP I made, which is also available on this channel, if you want to go and check that out. I know that I've told the story before, but my old music teacher thought that video game music was trash. Like, it is just squeaks and bleeps, and that is it. Anyway, I really like video games, so I made a point of listening to and enjoying video game music just to spite my teacher. And this is one of the tracks that I took to heart. This and Find Your Way from Final Fantasy VIII, because Odin's Tower was a fantastically designed dungeon. And Trish is getting a lot of airtime in this episode. I hope the other guys don't get jealous. Why would they? You know, they're a collection of polygons and variables. But they're polygons and variables with names, so now I'm Stockholm pretty hard. Eat it, Dogglechew! Oh hey, I remember you! You're one of the guys that always made me think of Pikachu, because your name ends with Chew, and I didn't know how Pikachu got its name, so I assumed you were some kind of ripoff. Pikachu means Sparkle Kiss, and now you know. Although with that said, I wonder how the minions in this game are actually named. Because there are families with minions that have similar names. Like this guy was Dogglechew. Oh, and the upset! You are going to make a fine addition to the team if you can beat me like that. I really hope that defending doesn't increase capture resistance, because the hell with logic, I'm going to do that again. In all the fights that I've had and cut out of this video, I haven't used my new sword yet, so I don't want to risk Levant hitting him to chip off a bit more health, because I'm convinced I'll just KO the guy outright. Also, I just caught him, so go me. It's worth noting, that fight took 2 of my empty cocoons. The first capture failed, so the cocoon just shattered in my hand. It's not really a mechanic that's ever going to cause you trouble, I don't think, but it's worth noting that that is how the game works. Oh, look at that huge plot door. Now this is either the final objective or the path to another family member, and it looks like it's nothing? Okay. Well, I guess we'll come back to you later then, because now I'm going this way. Something that I don't like about this game, there are certain minion behaviors that cheat. Like this guy. It doesn't matter if you sneak up on him, he always turns to face you when you get in his aggro range, so you can't do a sneaky surprise attack at the start of the second round. Now he is fire aligned though, so that means we get to see my man, my DOGE. my ace in the hole. Second place. So it is my intention to try and catch this guy, but I want to try something first. A couple of somethings, actually. I'm going to see how much damage my sword does, and I'm going to see if the name Life Stealer actually means something. Oh, it does! Did you see that? It's a pretty powerful weapon, and I healed myself in using it. But forget trying to find the hidden sword in the forest, I'm keeping this thing. Probably to the end of the game, too. See, you can talk to every single villager in Cyrus as you go through the game, but by and large they just have generic dialogue that changes once you get to each forest. It's just the blacksmith that gives you a sword for... I mean, essentially completing his S-Link from Persona. I think there's also one with the family that runs the general store, but if there is, I never did that one. Alright, 2 empty cocoons left. I don't need to head out immediately, but it is imminent. New plan! Because it's you. I'm going to kick this guy's ass, then I'm going to regroup at my home. So what do you got, Buckethead? You know, I am never sure if this is the same guy we met in the Dragonfly Forest. But I want to say yes, because he's the same portrait and model. Same voice actor, too, if you leave those turned on. Now I have initiative, so as always, I'm going to attack first, then switch to Bod when he sends out that goat thing. Assuming this is the same fight as before. We will certainly find out when he makes his summon. Oh, it isn't! I really hope I brought Crowley with me. I think I did. Ah, yes, there he is. I don't recall seeing nobody on the summon list. And you know what? It is really bad. Like, forgetting what the third member of your team is because you only use the first two. It's the game's fault for only throwing 2 kinds of minions at me. Or anyone's fault but mine, quite frankly. Now, I'm at a bit of a disadvantage here because Crowley is not the fastest minion on my team. And he's going up against someone who, well, given the fact that he just got 2 turns, is a speed specialist. But, as you've seen, if you can connect, then it's like hitting them with a freight train. Although with that said, I think I'm going to try magic. Crowley's not the best at magic, but it's a guaranteed hit, and I'd sooner like not waste my mana on looking stylish, but not actually doing anything. I wonder what that attack was meant to do. Looking at the damage it did, I would probably say non-elemental damage plus power. Oh, and I love Crowley's magic animation! Looks like he's getting ready to raise the roof! And I think I'm going to tag in Lionel to finish the job. He's got good defensive capabilities, and he can heal himself, thus making this fight exceptionally irritating for the poacher. Plus it will get him some levels, I hope, so that's always a good outcome. I love that silly little body slam move. Like, he's a dragon. He has 6 other attack animations. Why not repurpose one of those instead of giving him a cute little flip? On the other hand, why would I use the attack command when I have that ice spell at my disposal? It's a really good magic animation, and it looks like it hurts. And that's always the sign of a good offense. Little Mac does something similar in Smash Brothers. Like, every other character's attack, they look kind of cartoony. Like, you get hit with a comedy fist or bonked with a sword or whatever. Mac looks like he is there to hurt people. And if you think about it, that is fair enough, because he's a boxer. He's about the only character who engages in close quarters combat with other human beings for a living, but it still looks really good. And I don't think I'm going to heal myself. I'm going to use magic instead. He's on his last legs, magic never misses, so that was a more sensible option than healing and trying to land another blow. How about that? I'm playing a fantasy pet management RPG and I took a sensible option. It's a first time for everything, I suppose. Nice! Especially that great walnut, too. There's something for everyone. Except for Trish. But she had type disadvantage, so it's alright for her to stay in bed. Besides, she has earned her keep for today. Also, I guess I'm over here now. Great! Well, now I'm going to head home, take stock, and regroup, and we'll meet back here in the next video. So until next time, goodbye!